I think we're live. Yes.
Yes.
Hello, welcome.
Literally coming in hot. About 30 seconds ago, Frank was standing on the table to try to get this top shot in because we had the crazy idea 3 minutes ago to actually have a top shot on the table
To
mix things
Capture
up.
all this mess. Welcome, Paul.
Welcome. Thank you. It's great to be back here again. I think last time was about 2 months ago. We had a lot of positive response on just a really casual live stream. In our previous live stream, Ask Me Anything, AMA, we ran through a few different topics. We demoed some new features. We geeked out over a lot of different tools, lighting, cameras, microphones, and other things. And we plan on doing the same today. We did prepare a few topics, but first of all, we'd love to hear from you. We, in advance, got a lot of interesting messages and topics that we can cover today, which will lead to the stuff that we're going to talk to regardless. But if you have anything you'd like to cover or things that you'd like to know, features that you would like to learn more about, equipment, gear, questions about recording video, just let us know. Drop them in the chat. It would be very interesting to know a little bit more about you as well. So if you could do us a favor, just if there are specific topics, like things that you'd like to record or types of videos that you're making, feel free to drop that in the chat as well. So let us know what kind of video you make so that we can dive a bit deeper into those types of videos as well.
Let's go. I heard you have a lot of
I have a lot of
tricks. Yeah, big list.
So what we'd like to discuss today or share today is two things. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into our macOS app because we have an exciting new feature coming up for the Mac app in the next week or so, which is all about making it easier to capture video from multiple angles. That's all I'm going to share for now, cliffhanger. And we'll be sharing a few tips and tricks on how you can edit video faster with the Mac app and primarily go from longer recordings into short form content.
The highlights, right?
The highlights and doing, for example, editing of a podcast. For iOS, we shipped a lot of features as well in the last few months. As one of our users pointed out, one of the people that use the app, too much to keep up. So we're going to run through an overview of the features that we shipped in the last few weeks and months. It's almost weeks, I would say. Demo some of those features. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into how to record great looking video with natural light and tips and tricks around how to upgrade your audio. So we'll be showing some of our favorite microphones as well. And then at the end, of course, sort of an in between, we'll be answering any questions that might come up. So just let us know if there's anything you'd like to see or hear about. I think that's like a good overview, right? We're a little bit like the actual event is happening tonight, right? The Apple.
Yeah, so we're pre-Apple fun.
Yeah, maybe we should talk a little bit about that as well. And sort of our wish list for tonight, the Apple Developer September event.
Yeah, well, my wallet is ready. Well, I know for sure.
So first,
let's Mac app. We have a really cool feature.
I'm a little bit anxious about this because it's like a
demo. We're gonna do a live demo. Yeah,
we're demoing with a beta version of our product.
Yeah,
the internal beta.
We're gonna use AirDrop, which is also challenging.
Use AirDrop with multiple devices, but what are we gonna do?
We're gonna demo our latest feature, multicam import. So Detail Mac app is you have the possibility of connecting multiple cameras to your Mac and then have like all cameras recorded isolated. So, but now we can do it with recorded cameras that are not connected with Detail, recorded with the native app, let's say the iPhone, recorded at the same time, and Detail will handle the rest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the reason why we started building this is we make it very easy to connect multiple camera angles. And multiple camera angles can be really helpful if you want to either capture multiple people,
podcasting,
like a podcast or an interview, or record multiple angles to create more engaging shots. So let's say that we would be recording a demo of a specific product. We would record over our shoulder and one sort of talking
top-down shot, for example,
or the top-down shot.
Yeah.
But it also, whenever you want to connect multiple devices, you quickly run into like connection challenges, right?
Multiple
So
cameras, multiple
USB ports, connecting with cables, getting high quality hubs, and especially if it's higher, if it needs to be like a fast connection for 4K video.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want to record either in camera or you just don't want to connect all the different devices.
Yeah, because you have, like, let's say you have a limitation with cable length, or maybe you just want to have this extra camera.
Or you just don't want to bring your MacBook.
Yeah, you want to be super lightweight.
Yeah. So to solve for that, we designed a new feature which is called multicam import. And we're going to show that with a very simple, or we try to keep it very simple, simple demo. So we're going to use 2 iPhones.
Yeah.
And we're going to record video with these 2 iPhones using the stock camera app. So just the camera app on your iPhone. And this is a typical setup that you could use if you want to record, for example, a podcast. There would be an audio recorder. So let's say in this case, the Rodecaster, and 2 camera angles.
Yeah.
To both of us, as in we're going to record a podcast together, right?
So yeah, so let's rule out all the cables, etc. I mean, I have this one connected to my Mac with a combo scene, so you can see what I'm actually doing. So this is
and this is just the stock camera. I'm actually going to sort of typically, I'm recording with the rear camera now.
Yeah.
So I can't see it, but you should be able to see me.
Yeah.
We see this. Yeah, cool. I only need to press record. I'm going to record, right?
Yeah, that we can do at the same time. It doesn't really matter, right? So, okay, I'm going to record as well.
I'll be recording the wide angle because it's easier to
same.
Get me in the shot.
So
iPhone, and I'm going to press record. So there's a little trick to getting camera angles aligned.
And maybe, yeah, and something maybe quite important to state, we're not using the microphones, we're just using the internal microphones of the iPhone.
Yeah.
So yeah, the trick to sync the cameras is to do a clap.
Why do you clap?
Preferably, you see the clap in both cameras, and then there will be an audio spike. So there will be, because the clap makes a lot of noise, and there's a visual. Yeah, and there's.
So this would be the clap in both shots.
Yeah. So whenever the clap hits and the hands are together, that's the visual sync that are actually the claps happening. So this is how
we hear the clap in both videos.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So we have a clap, and that will result in.
Correct.
Well, let's
in visual audio.
Let's
so yeah.
Show.
Okay, and now we're gonna sync up the audio. First of all, we need to then airdrop this. So this is the challenging part. Let's see if Apple's not.
So I'm just airdropping this video to this Mac, right?
Correct. And then I'll switch here to the. So we see both.
I'm saving these files to our downloads folder.
Yeah, I'm sharing now the secondary Pulse laptop here. So which are basically 2 normal video files with audio taken at the same moment, roughly. And now the magic happens.
So we received those files and they're now saved to the downloads folder. And I'm going to create a new project. And there is this new option at the top of the screen, which is called Import Multicam. I'm really anxious about this. It's going to work, right, Brad? So now we have these 2 files. This was the...
Yeah, it's probably the one that we tested. So the book
like
should
they
be
started at the same time. So these 2 video files. And I'm going to select both of them and then open it. And now we see the waveforms for both files. And we started talking, but you also see the clap. So there should be 2 claps here. And in the graph, I see clap, clap. So we're going to align these 2 claps. And then there's another clap. So all of the rest, there's 2 or 3 even. And all of these should be aligned, right? So once the video is aligned, it's aligned. So now the waveforms for both video files are aligned. We also have a sync automatic button that tries to align it. It works, let's say, 7 out of 10 times. But it's just as fast to just do it manually with the clap. And I'm going to press Create Project. And as you can see, there's a multicam project now where both of these videos are combined. And both of these camera angles are actually in sync now. So there's a combo scene. I can show that top down or side by side. And I can use these videos that I just imported as a file. So to make it very concrete.
It worked.
Wow. Of course it worked.
And this is not live, right? Yeah, this is going to drop real soon.
Yeah, so this is going to be available probably either later this week or early next week. We're still finalizing the graphs and tweaking the implementation a little bit. But just a super quick way to get video files from multiple angles in sync. And the beauty of this is we now show it with just the camera file with the audio. So each of the video files, it could also be like the Sony camera that records in camera, and then the Sony camera also records like an audio track with that video. So it's super easy to sync, but you can easily add an external audio file as well. So it not only works for video, but it also works for video and audio files.
So we're basically telling that if you do a podcast setup with just cameras, no detail, you could technically import it in detail and let detail do the rest.
Yeah, and that makes it, so the reason why that's interesting is because we have a few features that make it really easy to do, to reduce the time you spend on a podcast, right? So if you would record a podcast episode with 2 cameras and you have the Rodecaster as an example, you just dump all 3 files in detail. We sync the file, and you can generate a transcript.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna quickly generate that as well while we talk. Generate a transcript. You can get a summary of the podcast. You can get a fully edited timeline of the episode where it automatically switches between camera angles.
Yeah, last time we spoke about the auto edit, which is possible. Yeah.
So you now can do that with whatever setup you use. You can quickly import the video into detail and just fully edit the timeline, export the footage, and get the highlights.
Demo succeeded.
It worked, yes. I can at least sort of show
let me
sort of for you. Like this is a quick transcript of the videos that we just made, and then there is here the podcast auto edit, which now I have to upgrade.
Oh, you need to pay.
Let me quickly see if
we're live, so
yeah, I need to log into my account. We can demo that later. I don't have my account on this machine. But we can run the auto edit to get a fully edited timeline and then export the individual parts as well.
Amazing. I mean, we did this already with the test, so that works. Super thrilled to have this feature land soon. Okay, cool. That's macOS.
Now we can quickly go into the auto editing. So once you have multi-channel audio, we can auto edit. And multi-channel audio basically means 2 or more audio tracks.
So basically with the 2 iPhones, we already have multi-channel audio because it has 2 iPhones, 2
microphone even.
Yeah.
And then sort of a Rodecaster records, let's say 16 channels of audio, and we use those audio channels to automatically edit your time.
So your microphone and my microphone both record on separate channel. Detail's able to capture those channels and distinguish who's talking.
Yeah. And then there's one of the questions that we often get is how do you actually turn that timeline into clips that you can share on social media, right? So you have, let's say, a 45-minute recording, and that typically leads to short clips that you want to share.
Yeah.
There's one feature that we have which makes that much easier. So first of all, typically when I start editing, I typically start with making a backup of my project, right? Yeah. Because if I have a 45-minute recording that quickly grows large, can be gigabytes of data, I just make a backup of that project,
just typically
on an external disk. So then I can do whatever I want. If I have made that backup, I typically clean up the start and the end point, so you have like a good clean timeline. I then generate the transcript, and the transcript will help me to navigate a project.
So you can, if you click on the transcript, you will go towards that point in time on your timeline. Yeah.
So if I click on the transcript, in this case, I'm just clicking around with my mouse, then I can use the X keyboard shortcut to make a cut. So I can use the transcript to quickly navigate and make cuts.
Yeah.
The auto edit will do that automatically. So that it will automatically edit based on the transcript as well. But now let's say I have a timeline with a few clips in there, and I'm sort of...
You can switch angles, of course.
Yeah, changing some of these.
Yeah.
This is like vertical video. And this is the end of the video. So the video ends around here. So I'm cutting off the last little part. So I have a clean timeline. And I'm switching to...
What's quite important to note, I guess, when you want to switch from horizontal to, maybe you can do that on a combo scene, we will automatically change the combo scene. So I think that's a great feature. It saves a lot of time for editing.
Yeah, and in this case, we shot like verticals. It's a little bit sort of if you would have typical video, in this case, it's vertical. So we shot vertical, so you don't have any pixels to fill. But if you use a combo scene, we
Yeah.
automatically adjust
Yes,
the vertical and the horizontal layout. So it's like a responsive scene.
that's a complete time saver.
Yeah, and then I can also quickly sort of style this a little bit. For example, change the background colors.
Yeah.
So it makes for a very quick, like sort of this is an instant clip that could go out, especially if you shoot with an iPhone or a little bit lower quality camera, or the lighting might not be as good. If you sort of compose it a little bit, you make the shot a little bit smaller, you quickly can get great social clips. But now I have this full timeline, and let's imagine this would be 45 minutes.
With a lot of cuts.
Yeah, with the AI, the highlight markers, we automatically generate highlights for this video. This is a bit too short. We only do that if it's longer than a minute. But I can also quickly add a marker. And the shortcut for a marker is the M key. You can also see that in the menu here. So with the M key, I can basically mark something on my timeline. And you see this little dot appear at the bottom. If I click that, I can also extend it. So if I say I want to have a 15-second clip, now the clip becomes 15 seconds. And at that moment, I can also export it as video. So I can quickly export a marker as video. So if you're searching for a quick way to get like a 45-minute timeline into short videos, the markers are like super easy to do that.
I was thinking about project sharing. Are we sharing about that? Because that's where markers come in really handy.
Yes. So another sneak preview feature is sharing a project. And with the new project sharing feature, you can take the entire recording, like the file that we made in detail.
The full detail project.
Including all the different angles and the timeline and everything else, and upload that to our servers to safely share it.
Yeah.
Which
because it can be a pain if you use like free services. I'm not naming anything, but anyway, the most free ones will allow you up to 2 gigabytes, which is not enough for a video project.
Yeah. So with the new detail project sharing, you can quickly share the entire recording. So let's say that you would record it in one location and want to share it with an editor, or with a friend, or with your colleague who record a podcast with. You can share the entire file.
But then you're sending your transcripts, you're sharing your markers, you are sharing everything. So I could technically make markers, send it to an editor, and then when he or she opens the project. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that was macOS. So macOS landing very soon, multicam import, likely this week, and the project sharing that you just revealed.
Spoiled. Sorry.
Over to iPhone.
Yes. Very exciting. Detail Duo is growing.
Yeah. So a little over 3-4 months ago, we introduced the first version of Detail Duo. And the idea behind Detail Duo is that we want to make it even easier to record great quality content. We started with a very simple recorder on iOS, and that quickly grew into a very feature-rich recording and editing app where you combine your camera with a video editor. And let's show some of the features that we introduced. Just very quick overview is we introduced a teleprompter.
Yeah.
We introduced new portrait effects. We have new background video.
Not so fast, not support. So fast.
No, we're gonna run through them one by one. And we have a little sneak preview about what's coming next on iOS as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So first, let's start with the teleprompter.
Yeah.
This is your favorite feature, right?
I think it's one of the best features for, let me find I do have a, it is not really helping me out here. Sorry. Here we are. Okay. So let's say you want to record a tutorial.
Shall we start with the start? Let's start with like a simple single, sort of what is a layout?
Yeah, so maybe if you talk me through, I'll just navigate through it. So we have a couple options here.
Yeah, so at the bottom of the screen, you'll find this little layout icon. And layouts are basically a little bit like the combo scenes that we have on Mac. In a layout, we combine 1 or 2 video sources.
Yeah, which is the front and the back camera.
Yeah, so in this particular case, we're using the front and the back camera, but let's start with a single layout, right?
Yeah, here we are.
So this is the standard camera that you know from just any app. So we use the front-facing camera in this particular case. but you can also quickly toggle between the cameras. So let's say that you would be recording a quick talking video, right? Sort of, where do we start?
For me, when I'm recording tutorials, let's say this is actually an old script which I used. One of the main features I really like is the teleprompter. So I just copy paste the script, and if I hit record, or I can practice here, adjust speed, the script just will keep on scrolling, and then it is my help for just keeping on script. Otherwise, we'll drift. So this is the killer feature if you want to record tutorials really quick with Detail Duo. And the beauty, if you record it doesn't really matter.
Do you write out the entire script, or do you typically use bullets?
I use the full script, because for me it's really simple just to fully follow the text. And you just look at the screen, and it feels quite natural, actually. So
we designed the audio cue to follow as close to the camera as well.
So it's
right? The trick is trick is that you use the selfie camera, and then you'll be looking at the selfie camera as if you'd be looking in the barrel of the lens while reading your script.
Yeah.
Typically, when you see people using a teleprompter, you do see their eyes. So the ones you know, but you see their eyes scan a little bit. So
the text is quite centered. So this is actually my top killer feature that I enjoy most, for sure. So the teleprompter.
Actually, to me personally, it sort of really changed how I'm recording short demo videos.
Yeah.
So because it's so easy to follow that script, it's almost faster to record another take than to edit down like
for sure
errors or mistakes.
Because you have this script which you just put a little bit effort in, you just have less takes, less effort, and less edits. So it's definitely faster. I can definitely recommend using teleprompter or auto cue.
Yeah, and also if let's say that you'd be recording a quick interview with front and back camera, even then the auto cue can be helpful to get like a bullet list of questions or.
And what I really like, even if you're recording, you can go through your script like this, so everything stays active. You have the speed. It's brilliant. So thank you for that.
Cool. Next up, portrait effects.
Yes. I was playing with this. Of course, this is an iPhone which I'm not logged into, but we have like many new
Shall we start
effects.
with the defaults?
Yeah, let's do that.
So one of the things that we try to do is make your video out of the box look amazing, right? So if you record, you sometimes have control over the environment, but a lot of times that happens in like a messy room or with mediocre lighting, or just sort of with a background that you'd rather hide. So we've added this new feature called portrait effects. And with these portrait effects, we apply portrait video to your selfie camera. So it currently only works on your selfie camera. And we separate the foreground and the background to create a very distinct look for your video. We have 6 presets, so defaults that you can select from with very sort of nice, subtle color grades. And then we have all the options that you wish you had to customize these filters yourself. So what we try to do is make it very easy out of the box, select one of the portrait filters and get going.
I like this one, actually. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, this is my favorite as well. So what it does is actually it desaturates the background. And it keeps the foreground the same. But these are like the first 6 presets that we made. There's a few more coming, and we actually have an idea to make this even easier. But I'm not going to spoil that one. Like in the next few weeks, we'll be extending this feature a bit more.
So you can get really funky with this. So the concept is you can like actually change I'm just going to reset. So this applies to either both the front and the foreground and the background.
Yeah.
Which is.
So now selected the background, right?
Yeah. So I can like, which is insane. Crazy. Wow. Yeah.
And I think there's a little bit of delay on the feed. So it's a bit hard to see, but.
It's crazy. Cool.
So it's all the.
And you can copy paste these effects as well, right? So So all the effects that you know from advanced
photo or video editors, the color grading and such, are now available as
real
an
time
effect.
in your
Yeah.
detail duo
Yeah.
instance. Cool.
One other really sort of powerful little thing that we changed in the past few weeks is background video audio. So in detail duo, you can replace your background with anything, right? So you can change the background of your video with either your front camera. So I can show my front camera behind me.
See if I have a nice background video.
I can replace that with a video. So I can show a video playing behind me. And then we combine that with the layouts. So you can quickly make a video where you, for example, talk about like a screen recording and you project yourself in front of that screen recording.
Yeah.
You see a lot of these types of like demo videos or showcases where people do a presentation or talk through like a topic by showing something behind them.
So with a reaction video, you can actually use the audio of the original video and then talk over it.
Yeah.
Hearing it or muting it.
Yeah, so let's show like the layout. So first we switch to a layout. So we pick a different layout.
So this is just the front camera. And I think this is the most standard one, which this is the front camera and the back camera.
Yeah.
But now it gets more interesting, in my opinion, if we go for, just need to see if...
It's funny that the microphone is being cut out. Yeah. It's because black on black.
Yeah, just my, maybe I use this one. That's maybe a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, so this is masking me live and it can be either a little bit bigger or in the corner. It's not masking now at the moment. But if I would record myself like this, I could be technically also replace my background live. So that's great because now I don't have a messy background anymore. And then of course I can be a little bit bigger. I think this looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, so there are two reasons to use like the virtual background. One is to replace your background with anything. Yeah. That can be any video from your photo roll or one of these presets that we offer. And the other one is to show a video and talk over the video, like a presentation.
I don't have any recent things. Oh, this is the video I just recorded with you. See if this works. There you go.
Yeah, so there are two ways to replace your background. Like you can either replace your background before you start recording, and then when you hit record, it actually starts playing the background that you selected behind you.
Yeah.
And that's easy if you want to do, for example, talk over screen recording or use that as a virtual background. But you can also replace the background after you've recorded.
Yeah.
And that's, for example, nice if you have like a script that you follow and you do a presentation about a specific topic, and then you want to illustrate.
Yeah,
like
you want to switch to the. Yeah.
You can just cut the clips, so you make cuts in your timeline, and just quickly replace the background for a part.
Yeah. So if you make a cut, you can change the layout per.
Let's show.
Right? Yeah. So if I would then record myself now over this piece of art that I just recorded with you earlier, it's going to be 4 seconds long. 6. Let's stop at 10. Okay.
And now we can change the background of this clip again.
Yeah. So
let's change it to something less confusing.
Let's go first back to the original whatever we were recording. So this is just me.
Yeah.
So this is the full take with me, just the front camera. If I would go, then I could split the clip here, and then I could go layout. And this is the video that we added before.
Yeah, and I find that one confusing. Let's just make a black video, right?
Okay, so I'll make another cut.
Can you replace the background with a black background?
Yeah, I'll go to, there you go. So first we have like me, just the front camera. Then we have the video with overlaying the background that we replaced. And here it is with just a black background. I could make myself a little bit bigger. And there you have it. I think this looks
and if there's any audio in the video, we'll play that audio, but you can also
mute it. Yeah.
And that's the new feature.
So, and this is non-destructive, and we can go back in time, change whatever we want. So yeah, let's just switch this layout to whatever it was before. Background was. All right, nice.
And a little tiny tweak that's going to come really soon are some tweaks to the captions. So we're just constantly advancing the captions. Currently, we support captions for English. We're experimenting with captions in different languages as well. And we're working on some nice little tweaks to the styles. We quickly talked about audio already, and I think the previous time we talked a lot about like different podcast setups on the iPhone. But we also have like a nice selection of audio options, right? So often, so you see people record with the old school white microphone or with a little lavalier mic in their hand, or other options.
Or even the original earpods.
What's a good way to upgrade your audio when you record with your iPhone?
Let me see what happens if we go top down. I have no idea if this is a better angle. Nah, maybe this is better. So as stated, the internal iPhone microphone is amazing, which is really good. But if you really...
And I would say it's better than a lot of the options that see people use.
Yeah.
So the built-in microphone for your iPhone uses, I think there are 4 microphones or maybe even more.
I'm not sure about that, but
there's a microphone area at the back of your iPhone and at the front, and it uses both of those to actually do active noise cancellation on the audio.
Really good job, actually. Yeah.
So if you record with the microphone of your iPhone, you get great stereo recordings audio. So you don't need to do anything with your microphone.
If you wanna give your quality a little bit a small upgrade, the best way basically is to use an external microphone.
This is like a good one.
The AirPods are hefty.
Will you say it's an upgrade over the built-in microphone?
Well, it really depends on the situation, of course, but I do think it's really good. It's wireless. It's very convenient. So yeah, I think it's and
it also has a little bit of noise cancellation.
Yeah. Well, and it's $300, so it's pretty.
Yeah, it's not enough worry about it if you have an AirPods. So they're using like a
original, like the cabled version with the microphone. You see a lot of people do that.
But that's a downgrade.
I don't think it's I do think it's.
I did a test with that on our channel. It's actually on our channel. I tested it, and I personally think it's a downgrade.
Yeah. No,
because you're replacing like your let's say in this case the iPhone 14 or 15, like the 14 Pro.
Yeah.
You replace a very good microphone with a 10-year-old tiny little.
No, it's true. If you really want to go for the maximum quality, I mean, the lavalier, you have multiple styles. So we have like a couple. These are the Rode Wireless Go 2s. They just had to go Rode Wireless Pros. Amazing. That, I mean, definitely don't.
But that's all Pro stuff, right?
$300. No, the Pros are even more expensive. These are the Boyas. We did some Amazon testing. You're a fan of those?
So there are a lot of these. I think they were
$30.
$30.
Yeah.
So on Amazon, you find a lot of these types. And if you start paying attention, you also see a lot of content creators using these. So this goes into the
lightning port.
Soon to be absolute lightning port, because
don't buy them today.
I think the next iPhone is going to have should have USB-C, but you have them with USB-C as well. So this USB-C or Lightning that plugs directly into your iPhone.
Yeah.
And that's why what I like about this is just the convenience. You just plug it in.
And they look 3D printed, so it doesn't get more cheap than this, but they're really good.
Yeah, and then it just instantly switches to the microphone, and you can use this as a clip-on. They come with 2, so you can also use one for you, one for me.
The only advantage of these is that you lose one.
I have the other one at home. Yeah. And they actually even have active noise reduction.
Yeah.
But then if you turn it on, the sound volume will also
drop a little bit. Yeah.
But it is a really nice, simple.
And what's cool about these is they come in a pair of 2. So if you have 2 of those, you basically.
I would say this is your $30 podcast setup.
Yeah. Super lightweight. Fine. The quality is fine. This is actually quite interesting if you ask me. This is the Rode Video Micro AI. From audio interface, not artificial intelligence, audio interface, AI. It's basically the same device, only uses the cable. So you have 2 microphone inputs, which will connect a lavalier microphone, one for you, one for me. This goes into your USB-C or Lightning port, like this. Excellent audio quality.
Yeah.
It even has a Rode app.
And this works with your Mac and your iPhone.
Yeah, the cool thing about this, it's a little bit technical. is that you can use the Rode app to either split the audio or have it left and right, or have it as a mixed mono signal. So it's a little bit more advanced. $70, not bad.
Yeah, and then a lavalier mic.
Yeah, but and you need your lavalier mics, which are, well, you have them cheap, you have them a little bit expensive.
It's the upgrade.
This is my favorite ones.
Yeah, well, we should have bought stock in Rode. And sort of one other thing that we didn't show yet is this one, right?
Very nice setup as well.
So this is it's a little bit like
monstrosity.
Well, I like this setup. Sort of,
it's very clean. You can use your own.
It is. Yeah. So what it is basically, it's a Rode Video Mic Go 2. So the second generation of the video mic, which is a shotgun mic. So it has like you point it at your face, keep it at. See it? Yeah.
Yeah. If you're if you're a creator, I think this is probably the best setup. Excellent audio.
If you're recording by yourself, right?
Yeah.
So if you record by yourself, you want really good audio quality, and you don't want to get the hassle of connecting. So this Lightning to USB-C cable, soon to be obsolete because the Lightning port will disappear. Will just go into your iPhone and then you record.
Thank God Rode is, of course, selling these cables. They're making money.
You now need a special cable for that, but I think soon that will be just USB-C to USB-C.
Yeah.
And then the microphone on your iPhone automatically switches to this microphone. Only one drawback of these types of setups is that once you connect an external microphone to your iPhone,
your playback will get redirected.
The audio playback will also go to this microphone, so you can't hear anything anymore. So you have to plug it out when you replay your video.
Yeah.
But this is like a relatively portable, really high quality setup. Yeah. But again, the iPhone microphone is great. You don't need to upgrade. But these are some options that you can use.
Yeah.
That brings me to the sneak previews. Why are we so interested in multi-channel audio?
Why would that be, Paul?
Two reasons. One of the features that we're working on for the iPhone, so currently one of the things that people use Detail for on Mac is to record a podcast.
With multiple cameras.
And we already make it easier with the multicam import, so you can just record with the stock camera app on your iPhone. Or record directly into your Sony camera. But you actually don't need a Mac to record a great podcast episode. So one of the features that we're building for the Detail for iOS Mac app, so the Detail Duo app, is the ability to record with two iPhones at the same time.
And now it gets really interesting.
And that means that if you want to record a podcast, the only thing you have to do, or if you want to record like that top-down angle that we have now, the only thing you have to do is open the app on two iPhones, initially in the same room and later also remote. And you'll be able to automatically connect and get two camera angles at the same time. So everything that you know with front and back camera, or the things that we showed were replacing your background video, can then be done with two iPhones as well. But if you want to do that podcast setup, you need multi-channel audio. So a little microphone with two input devices suddenly gives you like great quality audio for that as well.
Yeah. I see a pattern here. The things we built for the Mac app are now slowly moving towards the iOS version.
Yeah, I think there are still sort of the Mac app is super powerful and it's almost like a behind the desk or studio setup. But we also discovered that a lot of the features that people like to use most are things like the auto editing, getting the timeline and exporting the full timeline as an episode for your podcast, or generating these highlights, these AI highlights, so you don't have to edit anything. And those are the types of things that you can quickly do on iPhone as well. There was one question from someone in the audience, tips for your podcast, is, do we bring the captions feature to Detail for Mac as well? So the other way around, so that there are features that we want to add to the Mac app as well. So we have transcripts on the Mac app, but we don't have any captions built into the Mac app yet. We do want to add that. We don't have the plan scheduled yet because we're working on some of these other things, but there is a workaround. So
what you could do, if you generate a transcript from Detail for macOS, you can export an SRT file And this XRT file you can then import in YouTube. But if you have a video editor like Final Cut or DaVinci, you can import this SRT file, which is the
That's
instantly.
But
Oh, but yeah,
I have
sorry, I know what you were. I was sorry. Okay, I was actually distracted in my. I was, yeah. What I do is what I basically do. I record my stuff in detail for macOS. I export either vertically or horizontally. I import this into Detail Duo with. I just airdrop my file, and then I run it through the Duo. And normally, like I said, I would do this as a full transcript with captions in a Pro editor. But if I have my clip 1 minute long, I run it to Detail Duo. Takes me 10 seconds and it looks better. It's faster. So yeah, that's basically the workaround.
So that's one, and so there are a few ways that we make that as easy as possible, right? You can open any file from your photos directly in Detail Duo on iPhone.
I'm
then add
tempting
the
to demo
captions.
it.
Yeah, let's just show.
See if I can find one.
I know this is not captions in macOS, but it does. I would say it's
let me find one just to see if I can just.
And I also have another like spoiler is that the app Detail Duo also works on Mac. So our iPhone app also runs on Mac.
Let me find.
Which is not the prettiest interface, but it works pretty well.
Let me see if I can airdrop this. Yep. This is a completely not planned demo, but why not?
So you're airdropping the file from your iPhone now from your Mac to your iPhone?
Yeah, I just did it to see if it works actually. I'm not sure if it can accept incoming.
We can also take any other video, right?
Yeah, but it should be audio. It's this. Let's see what happens. If you just, I'll just.
Yeah. Buy some time.
Why does this not working? Interesting. Let me see if I can do it again. Cancel. Everyone for 10 minutes. I'm sure they're gonna fix this in the next. That is will always work. Let me see if I can find the file. Dropbox, Detail Dropbox. Yeah. Okay, again.
Yeah, drop it.
Weirdly enough, probably because I'm live. Can I use it with your iPhone maybe? So yeah. Let's see if that works. I think that.
I can also just take another video, right? Let's see any video.
I'm gonna state this is live. Can you activate? Oh, here it is. I just here. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use QuickTime again. Do I? One sec, Paul. Before you just do it.
Can you see my phone now?
Not yet. I like these live demos. I'm almost sweating.
You should.
Who made up this idea? Okay, new recording.
Here goes our story. It's really simple to do this on Duo as well. Typically, if your phone is being discovered by your Mac, this is like a second. If you try to do it between different devices, it gets a little bit harder.
And why is it not working? New movie recording. Yeah. Okay.
And we interrupted our live stream, so there's no video playing anymore.
Do I have your? No. There should be. Oh, is there no?
No. We interrupted the video stream. No worries. This is not you.
Oh. Okay, for the ones we had a technical issue with Detail, so
we broke it.
We broke it. That's why I'm here to break stuff anyway with details. Okay, here we should be back in a second. Yeah, we are back.
We have top-down view again.
Okay.
Are you sweating now?
No. I'm okay. We should be back. Okay. Yeah. I have trouble. I have trouble to demo it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the trick is, I mean, I have this file here. What I do basically, I have my recording, which I did in. I mean, I don't care. I don't. Doesn't really matter where you record this. But if you have a vertical video,
show the top-down view. I can actually show it just on the screen like
Yeah.
this.
there it is. Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit finicky, but so this is the video file that just got airdropped.
But it's basically a vertical video file which contains audio, which I'm
Yeah.
doing a tutorial. Yeah.
Oh, and this is just standard options. Actually, I have a few shortcuts that I made because we have shortcuts in Tense, which means that you can use Detail Duo in your Apple shortcuts. So you can automate workflow. So you can generate captions and you can bake captions to a video. So I have all these shortcuts that do funky stuff with my videos. But standard flow would be, I open this video file with Detail Duo. And now it's opening Duo with that file in the timeline. So it's just a super quick way to edit any video on your iPhone. What I'm now going to do is add captions. So I'm generating the captions. In this particular case for an English video. Now you do have to work on your pronunciation of Detail Duo.
Detail Duo.
I have to say. But you should.
I would say it's 90% accurate.
Yeah, when I say Detail Duo, typically it picks up Detail Duo.
Yeah, no, but for the majority of the
Yeah.
full transcript, it's quite accurate.
Yeah. And if you look at the transcript here, so it's only the Detail Duo, but you can quickly edit that as well.
Yeah.
And then you can pick from the different styles and different colors. The only thing I have to do then is export this video. So I save the video and I'm done. So I open the video file with Detail Duo, generate captions, correct any mistakes that there might be in the captions, export my video, done.
Yeah. Simple. Now it sounds fairly complicated, but it's just as simple as importing, generate captions.
Yeah, and I could even do, I would say it can be even faster if you don't want to manual editing. I have this shortcut that adds captions to your video.
Yeah.
Then it runs the shortcut. You can crop the video, save it,
and
now I have a video file with captions.
So for Mr. Tips for the podcast, it's okay. This is all live, doesn't really matter. What I really like, if you have the captions and then you quickly add a frame around it. I'm not sure if you can do that.
So these are the captions that are auto-edited.
Yeah.
With a shortcut.
Super fast. But if you would then add a frame around this, it looks pretty awesome and it really stands out on your feed. So it literally takes 1 minute of editing.
While we're geeking out over shortcuts, I actually want to sort of...
We're over time, but if we're talking if Paul's going to geek about shortcuts, then...
So I built a shortcut. So in the Apple Shortcuts app, you can use Detail. We're supposed to geek, right? We should.
Yeah, no, this is where we're here for, yeah.
So I have all these shortcuts that I made using different parts of our shortcuts. So I can use Detail. Are we looking at the screen?
No, I can't, I guess. Let's see if I screen studio. Too bad.
No, my phone is not detected by your Mac, right?
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Too bad.
Maybe I didn't trust your machine. Does it work now?
It's charging. Yeah, here we are. There we are. Okay. On the device.
On our device?
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't trust you.
Okay, let me find if I can...
Can we screen share? It's easier, right?
Yes.
Select the window.
Should be... Oh.
No.
Oh, technical difficulties. Man, we should never step out of the...
Select my iPhone there as well, right?
Give me 1 sec, just to see what happens. Okay, continue as you were, and I'll just...
Yeah, so But then you have to show the top-down view, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, my phone is choking your computer. Right?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
You probably run some developer build.
I'll just get really close to the. So I have a shortcut, and then I can add an action, and I select detail DO. So I search for the.
Yeah.
I think we can select my camera there, my iPhone there as well.
There you go.
So I can stay seated. I select Detail Duo. And then these are the actions that I can use Detail Duo for. So can we actually see this? Searching now.
Yeah, you should be good.
It's a little bit scaled. Improvising. So there's add captions to video, frame a video, or transcribe audio. And with the transcribe audio, the output of this shortcut is going to be text. So I made these shortcuts where I feed that text. I'm going to go to my Detail Duo shortcuts. So I feed the text from a video and generate new video transcripts using GPT-4. What you always Kiki. So it takes the input video. It gets text from that shortcut input. So it takes the, oh, sorry, this is the incorrect one. So this creates video script from text. So I can turn a web page into a video script. But this is, for example, LinkedIn post. This is a better one. So it takes the video from my shortcut. It transcribes the video using Detail Duo. And it uses the transcript that we generated to do a prompt to GPT. And it says, create a short LinkedIn post to share this video based on this transcript. And then it outputs that. So I can create, if I run this, it's going to take your video again. And now it's running these shortcuts. So it's going to transcribe the video. It's going to generate the text. Then that text is being sent to GPT, which is running now. And it's going to take a while using the ChatGPT app. And the result of that should be hopefully in a little bit. It's still running.
It's a long video, a lot of valuable information.
Excited to share this quick tutorial on how to easily add captions to your reels and shorts, all for free. The tool, Detail Duo, simplifies the process down to just a few clicks. Plus, you get full customization options for your captions.
Amazing.
Little sneak preview. These types of things where we automatically generate content based on your video is going to be in Detail Duo as well, without any shortcuts. So that's our cliffhanger for today.
Not bad. A full packed. I mean, we're supposed to do this half an hour and then we're overtime. So well done.
Next time we're gonna try the different demos. So we know we want to demo the iPhone.
Yeah, I do think that most of our users are pretty advanced in what they're doing. But if you combine the multiple workflows, then you have the full package. We're gonna complete some options that are now only for testing at the moment. And then they will land and the people can start playing with it.
If you want to get a sneak preview of features and get in our test flight build, raise your hand in our Discord channel. So go to detail.co/Discord to join our server. Raise your hand, just tag one of us, and we can eventually get you on the macOS or the Detail Duo badass. If you want to stay in the loop on all the new things that we're building, subscribe to our YouTube channel or Instagram feed. And I think on YouTube, you have to ring that, select that little bell if you want to get notified.
Click the notify and bell icon. Thanks so much.
Promise that next time we're going to practice a bit more.
Man, it's going to be more messy because I want to do more hacky stuff. So
more hacky stuff. And just let us know if there's anything you'd like to know about. Again, on the Discord channel, we're pretty active, but also feel free to just drop us an email and let us know if there are things that we should add to the product that make your life easier.
Well done.
Great. Thank you.
Bye.